The game made just over 1,200 in about 30 days. More than what I was assuming that it was going to get. I thought maybe like 20 people were going to purchase this. I do have quite a high return rate, but I think that's understandable if you played the game. And it's a short game. Look at the play time. It's a very short game. They say it's scope small, and I think I did that way too well. Anyways, those are the numbers. If you're interested in anything else, the game, a little bit about me, I'm going to go through that in the rest of this video, so stick around if you're interested in that. If not, you can help me out a lot by checking out the game. I made a game about debt because I'm living it. Or wishlist it, tell your friends, whatever. Yeah, I appreciate you stopping by just for the numbers. Anyways, for those that are interested in the rest of the details, stick around and we're going to get right into it. Who am I? I am Albert, and I've been attempting to make games since 2011. And let me state this now because it might help others out there that are going through this same thing, developing games or doing anything creative, really. I'm no prodigy. I wasn't one of those people that developed games when they were like 7 or younger or a kid. Nothing against them. That just was not my experience. Heck, I didn't even use computers really until I was in my early 20s. I am now 35, about to be 36, so if I could do it, maybe you can do it. I'd say you might have a high chance. It took me a long time to get to this point, and I probably could have got here a lot faster, if life didn't get in the way. Excuses, I suppose. But I got here anyways. I'm here now. Yeah, anyways, I attempted to make games since 2011. I have many started projects, shelved projects. I got severely overwhelmed. I tried Unity, Godot. Early on, I was working with Flash, and with a friend I was working with Cocos 2D. Even before that, in school, I think they had something called Alice Engine, the Alice Engine. It was not, I don't know if it was a game engine. That was most of my experience with anything like game development stuff. And I wasn't really into computers in high school either, so I didn't know what I was doing. Yeah, Chrome just came out when I was a senior in high school, so there's some information there, I suppose. Also, most of my professional jobs I've had did not revolve around computing or computers. I did general labor. I did retail. I worked at refineries. I did a lot of jobs that, just manual labor, physical labor. So if you're in the same boat, just know that no matter what you're doing, you could probably make a game too, if that's something you're interested in. And now after many years, I can finally say that I'm also a game developer because I finally launched a game in January 19th, 2026. I launched this game, Key or Dead. So that's a little bit about me, a quick little ramble about me. I can go more into very specifics maybe in another time. But let's move on to the game itself. So what is Key or Dead? The game I made, Key or Dead, is a difficult little arcade game about paying off your debt using only the number keypad. My main goal for this game was to keep the scope extremely small and to give myself a limitation to help keep it small. The limitation was having only the number keypad as the input. Everything in this game revolves around the keypad. The menu, the options, everything, shopping for things, the store, everything revolves around the number keypad. Like I said before, the reason why I use the number keypad is to keep the scope small. But on top of that, I have a giant list of game ideas that I've been wanting to work on for some time. And one of those ideas was just labeled a numpad game. So early in, I'd like to say July. I think it was July. I think July or no, it was August or late July, August. It doesn't matter. Anyways, sometime last year, I started making little prototypes with a number keypad, like a number keypad game, and I didn't really solidify what it was going to be until I added the debt part of it. Once I added the debt part to it, everything fell in place and it kind of became what you see now. That's what it is. I could probably go into more detail about the game and the finer things of it, but I'm going to move forward and we're going to talk about what I think I did right and what I think I did wrong. The main thing I think I got right was the scope. This game is small. Look at the playtime. It is very small. It's an arcade game with a very short game mode. You pay the debt. And it's supposed to be really quick. It's a speed running arcade game. I think I did that pretty well. The next thing I think I did well with is a consistent look. I'm not the best artist by any means, really, but I have dabbled in some pixel art. I have tried to do some art in the past, not to any great success or anything like that, but I think the game itself looks pretty consistent, and I would give myself a pat on the back for that and say that was a good decision too, or that was something I think I did right. The next thing I think I did pretty well was I finished something. A lot of times, and I was part of this, I would start many things and never finish anything. It took me many, many years to finally get to this point. So another thing I think I did right was I released a game. That was one thing I wanted to do, and I did it. So congrats to me, I suppose. Another thing is just how unique it is. It's a strange game. That could be a flaw, and I will point that out in the wrongs, but I don't think I've ever seen a game like this. I'm not saying it is great for sales or marketing, but it is a very strange game. You don't see this anywhere really, and I think that's kind of cool. It's unique. I'll count that as a good thing. And the final thing I think I did right was I set out to learn, and I did. I've learned, well, with this game, I was able to learn a little bit more about Godot, releasing on Steam, some form of marketing, a little bit of working on itch. So I think that's a good thing too. I would say those are the main things I did right. Scope, consistent look, completing something, its uniqueness, and I learned something. Those are what I think I did right. What I think went wrong, I could probably list a lot more things here, but I will name a few that I think that were really bad. One being zero plans on marketing or advertising. I made zero efforts to do anything about marketing or advertising. I wouldn't really say it's wrong because I was not initially planning on releasing this game, but since I did release it, I guess I didn't plan on marketing or advertising, and I would say that's wrong. The next thing is no playtest, or very little playtest. I had my friend, a few of my friends play it, my brother, but that's not really enough, and it's such a strange game, and no one can beat it. I think one of my friends was able to beat it before I launched the game. That's not good. I would not recommend that. So no playtest. That was very bad. I would not recommend that. The next thing was little to no feedback. That kind of goes into playtest. I had feedback at the very end. But at that point, I just wanted to get the game out. And it's such a weird game, so it's weird. It's like strange to get any form of feedback. I think the best feedback is to make a better game, which, I can't be mad about. But yeah, no real feedback. And that goes into me not showing it, marketing it, having play tested it. So these all kind of tie in together. Another wrong I think I did was genre confusion. When you look at this game, I think it's easy to see that, this is an idle game. And I guess that's kind of on me because I did start it as like an idle or incremental game. I wasn't planning on making an idle or incremental game. I did post to Reddit incremental games, and I kind of feel bad about that because the game wasn't really fully established yet. This is more of an arcade game, though anyone that enjoys arcade games probably don't want to play something like this. It's very strange. It's a very strange game. But yeah, I don't even know what to classify this as. I think arcade is the closest thing I can get to. Typing and arcade, those are the main genres. Another wrong I think I did was it's difficult. I don't think many people want to play a very new experience and that experience being very difficult. I don't think that was a great idea for this. It's being a small game, I guess, doesn't really harm it. And it being my first game, I guess it really doesn't matter. But I could have lightened up a little bit. And I did later on. I released an update early February and I made an easy mode. But I should have launched with that or different modes, though I was getting really tired of working on it and I just wanted to push it out. So that was another wrong I think I did. The difficulty. Oddly enough, another wrong I think I did was it is too simple. There's not much really going on. The idea of like speed running and having great dexterity in your fingers to type this out and play this, that could be, I guess, some form of complexity. But it's a very simple game, and I kind of designed it that way too. I didn't really want to go, too much on it. Also, I have no clue what I'm doing. I've never designed a game in my life. So I think a little too simple. And one that was in the right, I think can also fit here, and I talked about it. It's too unique. This is not a game I can really like point to another game and this game is like this. This game is like nothing. This game is like going to work. This game is like life. And right now, I think most people don't want to play that. I know people play games to escape life, and this may remind them too much about it. But it's too late. It's already out there. I'll try to work on the next one. But the uniqueness of it and how strange it is, I don't think that is great either. So those are the rights and wrongs. What were my expectations for Key or Debt? I had none. I initially had no plan to release this game, at least not on Steam. I was going to put it on itch and then move on to another project. This was just supposed to be a learning experience. This is actually not my first game, if I'm being completely honest. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, but the game I made before is on itch as well. It's just a remake of a WarioWare micro game, Cars, the car one. Those games are awesome. Maybe not individually, but all collectively they are great. And they're also great as a learning experience to understand a game engine. So I made that little game in Godot, the engine that I used, to try to fully understand or to get a better grasp of the engine itself and make a complete project, a complete tiny project, a micro one, if you will. But I think that helped me a lot. And then after that one, I immediately started working on the numpad game, which the Key Debt game, and that was supposed to be another tiny project, and I was supposed to release on itch. But sometime in August, I decided, why not learn more than just game development? Why not learn releasing a game on Steam? Why not learn, some form of marketing? Little bits of it, so that way my future projects can, do a little bit better because of this game. So my expectations were very low. But once I had the idea to put it on Steam, I still had low expectations. I don't fool myself to thinking that this was going to blow up, though it did way better than I expected. Like I said before, I think this was, or I think I mentioned this, I assume at most like 20 people, 10 of them being like my bros, my friends, purchasing the game, but I think over 600 people have purchased it. I have a lot of returns, and that's fair. The game is very strange. I get it, but I expected way less than that, and I'm blown away by anyone that purchased it. Thank you so much. That's all I don't know what else to say. Thank you for playing my strange little game. My expectations were low, and they still kind of are. I'm surprised anyone's still buying it. Thank you. Marketing. What did I do for marketing? Well, nothing at the beginning because I was not planning on releasing this. But once I thought about or created a Steam page, I posted on Reddit. I posted some small videos on TikTok and YouTube Shorts. I think that's all I really, I don't think I did anything else. Just small things. I didn't even make full YouTube videos. I did make these strange little, business cards with, key codes on the back. And I'd never really used them, but I did. I handed out, these little business cards to people. It's like, hey, you want to check out my game? Bam, they had a free key card right there. I wouldn't know if that's great marketing, but it was kind of fun, a little interesting. Yeah, anyways, I think the only marketing I really did was YouTube Shorts, TikTok, some of Reddit. Posting on Reddit can be confusing if you're in game dev. You might already know that. I'm not great at it. There's so many rules, and I don't want to break them. I think going forward, I might just do YouTube. I guess I'll learn. I'll continue learning and see what works. Yeah, but not much on marketing. Well, some of those videos actually did well, and I think that's what led to the game selling as much as it did, at least in comparison to what I thought it would sell. Also, I posted on Blue Sky, and one of the posts I posted there did way better than I thought. I don't ever think I've seen Blue Sky posts get even any form of attention, and this one for some reason blew up, and I think that helped quite a bit too. So yeah, YouTube Shorts, Blue Sky, TikTok, maybe Reddit, you've heard all these. These are not new to you. So I guess just wherever you can point people to go look at your game, I guess that's it. So what's next? Well, I do plan on making another game, but I want to take what I learned from this experience making Key Debt and do a little bit better, hopefully, with the next one. One thing I want to do is not make this in the dark. In my next game, I want to share it. I want to make videos about it, talk about it, showcase it early on. I want to get playtest early, feedback early. I don't want to develop alone, essentially. I've done that. I see what that was like, and I kind of want to know what it's like to develop while showcasing it. I'm not saying that's the best method either. I don't know. That's why I'm going to try it out. But if you're interested in what I might create next, I will be posting videos about it here. So if you want, you could subscribe. You don't have to, though. I just appreciate you stopping by right now. I will have demos out early on, very early demos of my next game. So if you just want to play test and give me some feedback and be part of the development, that's cool too. Stick around. I will do that. And yeah, I'll keep developing and I will showcase them here. Oh yeah, if you want to support me in any way, obviously you can like and subscribe to this video and share with people, I suppose. But one giant way you can do that is checking out my game. It's like $2. If you really like the number keypad game and arcade games, check it out. If those things do not interest you at all, do not check it out. Don't check it out. It is not for you. It is not for most people. But if you want a very stupid, strange little game that's going to hurt your hand, probably, yeah, check it out. That's one way you can really help me out. Or you could just like the video. That helps me out too. Thank you.